I'm Nathan Richardson, and this is the Nike ZoomX Vaporfly Next% 2. Okay, got the Nike Vaporfly Next% 2s on. And let's take them out for a run. Okay, they're feeling great. Sorry for the footage quality, it's probably really bouncy, but I'm loving them. We're going on a probably 6-mile run today, kind of easy pace, just to kind of get a feel for them. But yesterday felt great on the 11.5-mile long run. Averaged about a 7 flat whole time, and that was real. It was just, there's this poppiness to it, you know, like just, it really felt like it was kind of almost not forcing me to have better form, but just kind of helping me, you know? It is a beautiful day today. Nice snow on the mountains. Whew, it feels good to run. Okay, we are done with our run. A nice 5.72. Average about a 7:04, so that's feeling pretty good. Let's do some recovery, and then we'll review it. Nothing better than chocolate milk. Chocolate milk all the way. Okay, this is absolutely nothing to do with the shoe, but I just gotta show you this. Hello, how are you? She's my favorite. This is Kaya. I love you. Okay, let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. Okay, the Nike ZoomX Vaporfly Next% 2. Man, it's a mouthful. Nothing compared to like the Adidas Adizero, Adios, Takumi, Sen, whatever. Lots of names and shoes, but it's really helpful because basically Nike, the brand, ZoomX is this beautiful full-length midsole you see here, which I'll go into detail a little later. The Vaporfly is basically, if you're not familiar with the Vaporfly series, which is 2023, the first version of this shoe, Next% 1 or 4%, I'm not sure, verify that, came out in 2019, I believe. But the original lineup started with the Vaporfly 4%. Then they came out with a shoe very similar to this, the 1 of the Next%. And really all of the difference between this and the Next% 1 is the upper. And I will say, we're moving in a good direction. Now, there's probably tons of reviews about this shoe already. I'm a little late to the game, but I'm excited to get my hands on these. Little disclosure, no one's paying me to make this review. No one's gonna see this before you do. And so with that disclosure out of the way, let's dig in. This shoe right here is an elite top market marathon racing shoe. Now, doesn't mean you just have to use it for the marathon. Like, I've never run a marathon before, but these is something that shine, okay? First of all, just some specs. You got 39 millimeters in the heel, 30 or 31-ish, I believe it's an 8 millimeter drop. Full length Nike ZoomX foam, full length carbon fiber plate, a very firm plate. You know, let's try to bend test here. You know, it's pretty firm, but there's some flex to it. You know, I think that's real good. Let's go with, okay, now when I watch shoe reviews, there's something I really want to know what, like the density or just how the midsole feels. Now this is broken in, I got about, almost 20 miles on these pair, but if you kind of just see, you know, kind of the squish test, that's some buttery. Yep, that's good. Real soft ZoomX midsole here. Okay, now, I'm not gonna do really an official rating scale because, well, I don't have that all figured out yet. But given this midsole based off just the ride and energy return, I'm going 9 out of 10. Compared to things that I've run in, really only Adizero or Adidas Lightstrike Pro really compares to anything. Like I've tried New Balance's Fuel Cell Compound, really responsive, but it's more squish and comfort than responsiveness. This is definitely, you feel some little give unto you, but you know, it's not unstable. Like it's a very good platform, and it's very stable shoe. You know, it almost feels like it's helping my, my form, you know, like it just feels so smooth, kind of. One quick thing, the shoe, if you're a heel striker, might not be for you, okay? It feels amazing over your toes. Like just standing, like you see, the whole shoe just goes with it. That's what that plate is doing. It's kind of bringing your heel up for a quicker cadence and kind of helping you run faster. Okay, next, let's move on to the upper. So I'll try to, you can kind of see here. Now, what do you notice kind of up from like the top view here? This lacing system. Now, it kind of goes off towards the lateral part of your foot. And I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, so I kind of got a flat foot, and so it like a very low volume foot. So this helps me, I don't have to lace my shoes as tight. Like I sometimes really have to crank down when I'm putting on some shoes, especially racing shoes. This always seems to be too much lace. Now this perfect amount of lacing, I think. You got the lacing here, you see it's kind of, got some bumps on it. You know, I've heard some people saying they don't like it. I think it's very good at holding your foot in, and I've had no problem with the lacing system. The only thing I would say about this upper, now it might just be that I have a low volume foot, but this upper right here, because it kind of off to the side, it latches down real good here, but there's just some extra material, I think, just a little too much material on the medial side here. Now that's probably just because I don't have as high of a volume foot, but I really did notice, and it did not affect the performance of the shoe. Okay, now moving on. If you notice this heel tab right here, okay, I am loving this. I have right here, the Nike Zoomfly 4. You notice that in the back right there is almost the exact same. I love it. It gives a very firm lockdown, very cushioned, no rubbing, no blisters. This material right here, I don't know what this little flag thing is. I've noticed on some shoes. I don't know, it's cool. I usually just keep it down, but I don't know, maybe it's a little cape or something. And then now this tongue. Let's take a look at this tongue. Okay, this tongue here, it is looks like non-gusseted tongue here, but you're gonna notice this split right there, kind of like a split tongue. Now, I think what they're going for is this part lays on top of your foot and this kind of cups around the outside. When I lace it up, this kind of gets, so it's like that. So it's not, I was thinking there wouldn't be full coverage of, like the laces might be right on my sock, but I wasn't noticing any of that. And there's some slight padding on the tongue in here, just the right amount. This insole's nice. It's glued in, so it doesn't come out. I don't know how great this shoe would be with orthotics, but I would say just being a race day shoe, you're only gonna have it on your feet for maximum of 3 to 4 hours, and so I think it's pretty good. Okay, and one thing I did want to mention, I just think what I love about Nike shoes is there's so many fun things on the shoe. Like this you see, you can maybe like write your time in there or something, but look at this right there. I think that's just cool. Just measured in the lab, verified with medals and records. That's pretty cool. Like on this Zoomfly here, it's got, what does it say? Engineered to the exact specifications of world-class runners. So that's pretty cool. Now this isn't a comparison video between these two shoes, but I will tell you, putting almost 700 miles in this pair, and this outsole you can see is completely worn down there, but actually not too much there. The foam, now this is Nike React foam, is very intact, but I'm expecting a solid 500 miles easy in a pair of these. Now the foam is not as durable. You see I'm already getting a little bit of kind of wear there, but rubber-wise, 20 miles is looking good. The foam, now think about the ZoomX, and a lot of Nike foams, or just super foams, is you're gonna see some creasing in it. Now, really, I just think that it makes, the more you wear the shoe, I've noticed this with a lot of like Light Strike Pro shoes, is it gets softer the more you wear. And so breaking, like, if you don't wanna just take one of these straight out of the box and racing it, you wanna break this in. Like, take it on a few runs. Like, I wasn't even doing a workout today. I just threw it on my feet, you know, just for that extra pop. The ZoomX midsole just, I'll tell you, it shines. Okay, so I actually got two colorways here. This is mine, this is my mom's. We're trained for a half marathon together, so she got a pair, I got a pair. So they're pretty cool. I'm loving the colorways in these. Like, they're just, you want a poppy looking race day shoe, you know, something like that. So that's real cool. Now the shoe originally, $250. Now I will tell you, I don't know if it's worth $250. I think it's a little pricey, but you can easily find deals everywhere else. I think I picked up this pair, I think like 140 bucks. I've never paid, to be honest, okay, now I just recently started buying my own shoes, but I don't think I've ever paid more than $150 for a pair of shoes. The most expensive pair of shoes I've ever bought was, well, technically I didn't buy it on Gopher, but the Nike ZoomX Dragonfly for $149, I believe. Verify that, but still, $150 right there. I picked up these, $140. There's lots of great deals out there. You can find them on eBay. Just wait for Black Friday sales, holiday sales, and so I'm saying, do not pay $150 for the shoe. And you're probably wondering, Nathan, why are you coming out with a review with the shoe when version 3, we've already seen pictures of it, and some people have already got their hands on it. Pro athletes are using the Vaporfly Next Percent 3. Well, that's the thing about running shoes, is when the next version comes out, okay, the first version of shoe, it's a good shoe, okay? Then the second version comes out and they realize that it's better, but first one's still a good shoe. Now I'm telling you, the price drop, I think, when the Next Percent 3 comes out, the price will drop down, and pick up a pair of these. Like, I'm definitely, I just love the shoe, and you know, find those discounts because they're really easy to find. Sometimes not as easy to find, but just look around. I do a lot of research before I buy a pair of shoes because, you know, I want it to be good. Like, I've returned quite a bit, or not a lot, a couple of shoes that I did some research. I thought they'd be amazing, and then I got my hands on it, and I was just, okay, maybe this isn't the best shoe for me, or the toe box doesn't quite fit. So if you can't, try it on a shoe. You know, those online shopping, it makes it really easy to get shoes, but you really just want a shoe that works for you. And so this, I did an 11-mile long run last week with some pickups at the end, got up to 5:20 pace near the end, no problem. Quick turnovers. This is light, I believe in a men's size 9, 6.9 ounces. That's light, okay? Very breathable. But man, I'm just saying this outsole now, it might be even a little too much coverage, but I'm saying for a shoe that can do almost everything except easy runs, and yeah, this outsole is really gonna hold up. And on that note, I have taken on a few trails, not too many miles on the trails, but there's really no noticeable, maybe this little scrape on the midsole could be from some dirt and sand, but it really holds up well on almost any surface. I love it on the track, I love it on the road, the trails. Now it really does shine on the road, like there's nothing better than getting a pair of spikes on your feet for the track, but if this is what you got, this is a great track shoe, great for tempos, intervals, long runs. It's just an all-around great shoe. Just don't put too many miles in a carbon fiber plated shoe. You do realize that your foot needs to be strengthened, and kind of just cradling it by the carbon fiber plate and soft foams isn't necessarily always good for you, but does give you that great advantage on race day and in workouts. Okay, so my overall opinion, compared to other shoes that I've run in, this might be the best by far. Now, I have trouble sometimes because one of my foot's slightly larger than the other. I got like a size 10 and a size 9.5 foot. One's a little wider. It accommodates it well. I really haven't noticed anything. So I think I've got kind of slightly more narrow foot, but I have a very narrow heel. It holds in very nicely with this heel tab. I really, really love it. And plenty of material in the upper, but not too much. Now, I will say, I think over time, this lacing system, it does get a little annoying sometimes because you kind of gotta lace out the shoe kind of to put it on, but it's not a hassle to just get the shoe on, or take a couple of minutes to put the shoe on every time you want to use it. This really is amazing, and I'm so excited to see where they're going with the shoe. Now, I've seen pictures of the Vaporfly Next Percent 3. It looks amazing, like there's a cutout or something on the side, completely different outsole, but other than, this shoe is I wouldn't say it's a everything shoe, like the Saucony Endorphin Pro or Speed. That is like top tier everything shoe. I love that shoe until it started hurting my foot a little, but up until that point it was amazing. But this, for everything from intervals, speed days, tempos to long runs, this is gonna be my go-to shoe. So I'm going 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, something like that. It is up there. This is the top dog shoe. Once again, I'm Nathan Richardson, and this is the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2. And remember, run safe and have fun out there.